De januam wecae quisdam about a door of a certain adulterer. Well, I guess adulteress because it's feminine. O dolki yakunda virgo. So this is poem 67 by Catullus. O dolki yakunda virgo. Yakunda parentes salve. Take bono Jupiter acted ope. Okay, so first of all, Virgo in several translations is Wiro. I'm going to translate it here as Wiro. I think it makes more sense. O salve Janua. Hello, O door. So this is a poem addressing a door. And as you see, I had some purple lines over here. This purple part is where the door itself is speaking. So in this poem, the door is personified. Oh, hello, O door. The door is feminine, so the door, which is pleasing to a sweet man or to a sweet husband, pleasing to a parent. And the quays and Jupiter and may Jupiter increase. So little this increase you bona ope with good riches. Hello, O door, which they say, and now you're going to shift everything into the accusative and infinitive, which they say had served. And to serve, you serve someone in the dative. They say had served balbus, benigne, well, olim, once. Cum is when. So now we're going to do another section off. When ipse, when that old man himself, tenuit, held the sedes, seat or the home or the house. Your sedes is a place where you either work or where you live. It's like where you reside, kind of. When Balbus himself had held the house, let's see, ferent, ferry means to carry or to like carry a rumor. So, which they say, servise had served the natto, like they say the house had served Balbus well, but they say had served the natto, the son, maligne, badly. Rorsus, again, like they said again, they said like this second thing. So they said the first thing, the house or the door served Balbus well. So you have Balbus is the dad, and then you have his natus, his son. Quamque just means however here. Postquam es perecto facta marita sene. After es you are made marita a now we're talking about the house or the door here, but it is made a marriage house. After it is made after you are made as a marriage, facta marita, porrecto sene, and this is going to go together in the ablative with the old man having been laid out. And when it means having been laid out, that means like laid out in death. The old guy, Balbus, died. The natus, is that right? Okay, I think so. The natus is made the owner of the house after you were made a marriage house with old man having been laid out. Yep. But there was a point where the natus and the bulb, like the son and the father, lived in the house at the same time. The natus was married, and then a little bit later, Balbus, the old guy, the father died. Deek, please So like dik means to say or to speak. Say to us, agedum, like you must do it. It's a thing to be done. Quare, quare, by what matter. This is another word for why, or maybe how. I'll look this up. Quare, in what way? How? Okay. By what way or how? Ferraris, are you said? This is passive. So ferry means to bring or carry. So like bring or carry words. How are you said? Mutata ferraris in dominum vitrem de servuse fidem. Mutata here refers back to the door because we're still feminine. The door. Why are you said mutata, to have been changed? Mutata means having been changed. This is the PPP. The door is changed. But why do they say you changed, Odor? Okay, so tell us how you changed. And how you say how you had deserted the fidem, the faith, veterem, the old faith in dominum. I would say in here would be against the master. Like, okay, door, you served while you were at the door of this house, you served the old guy well, and then his son you did not serve well. Like you didn't serve this old faith that you had, this old tradition, this old loyalty, maybe would be a better word for fidem, that you had. Why is it said that you have changed against the master, like against the new master, which would be the son? Okay, now we start the quote. So now the door's talking. What? Most of the poem is the door talking. All of this purple stuff down here is the door still talking. Known is the first word. I deny it. No, that's not true. Known. Ita kaikilio placiam kui tradita nuncsum. For certainly ita thus placiam I may be pleasing Caecilio to Caecilius, this new guy, is now the owner of the door and of the house. I'm gonna draw the little door. Cui, to whom, nunc sum, I am now, tradita, having been handed over. So I'm now handed over, or I'm now traded to this guy. May I be pleasing to him. So I'm serving this guy and I'm doing as best as I possibly can. But that's beside the point. So let's keep going. Non culpa mea est. It is not culpa mea, my fault. Culpa mea est. Okay, just making sure. Oh yeah, remind me to teach you about the meter of this poem. This is called elegiac couplets. Every other line is longer. The longer lines are dactylic hexameter, and the shorter line is like the little couplet line that goes with it. Remind me to teach you about that. It's not my fault. Quamquam dicator esse mea. However, dicator, it is said, esse, to be mea. However, it is said to be my fault. It is not my fault, even though it is said to be my fault. Nec peccatum ame quisquam pote dicere quidquam. And not, let's see, I'm going to box my verbs. Pote dicere quisquam is necessary, and not anyone, or you could say, and no one. Pote, this is abbreviated form. I don't know why they did pote, but like it's supposed to be potest. No one is able. Dicere, to say. Quicquam, meaning anything. Not anyone is able to say anything. Peccatum goes with quicquam, anything sinful, or this is like a crime. No one is so not anyone is able to speak any crime by me. This is ablative. Verum meaning like truly. let's say, what do I want to do now? I want to do box or verb. Book. If you guys aren't using the book, I would highly suggest using the book. Except it is not here. Okay. And that's okay. Let's say istius populi is genitive. That goes together. Janua, that's my subject. What do I want to do here? Okay, I'm going to say but truly, I'm going to skip this little part because I'm like blanking on it. So we're going to come back to this. Qui te facet, who makes you? He who, qualcunque aliquid reparator non bene factum. What's reparator? Ha, guys, I'm looking at the book right now. It says, Verum ellipsis facet. This line does not make sense as it stands, and various emendations have been proposed. One possibility is verum est use populi janua quicum facet, where the sense is, but that's the justice of the people. The door does whatever. Okay, I'm going to leave this little part out because it is confusing to me. And I don't imagine they would give you a line like this on the IB exam. Who makes you? So truly, of the people, the door. The door truly is the something of the people, is the voice of the people, is the law of the people, is the judge of the people. I don't know. So I'm going to leave that as, and congratulate myself that other people are confused too. Okay. Who makes you? Who, even though it is reparator, I can't remember what that means. Whitaker's words. Discovers. Okay. It is discovered. So when something is discovered, who, whatever it is, when something is discovered, non bene factum, not well done, meaning like when something scandalous is discovered to have happened, ad me omnes clamat. Everyone screams at me or toward me. And this is what everyone yells, Janua culpa tua est. O door, it is your fault. Non istuk satis est uno t. Okay, so right now, end quote. Now, this is a response. The person who started speaking of the poem, this is their response. Non istuk satis est uno verbo uno te dicere verbo. It is not, let's say, est. It is not satis enough, dicere to say uno verbo with one word, to say yourself istuk, thus, or like. Te istuk. I am going to put those together, and istuk here, the book is saying that it's the denial, but it is not enough, te, that you, dicere, would say uno verbo with just one word, istuk, this thing. This istuk refers back to all of this, which is the denial that the door is doing anything. Like, everybody says it's my fault, but really it's not my fault. I'm just the door. The door respond. Oh, said but it is enough for you to do that whatever sentiat et videat, something be felt and something be seen, or something may be felt, something may be seen. Or you can say like quivis is your nominative here, or but to do in order to like to make your argument, to do the thing, to like make your case that quivis, whoever you want, someone, meaning like the listener, the audience, I'm sorry, you're shaking, sentiat, that he may feel and that he may see. That's how I want to translate it. I don't want to translate it passively. But it is enough that you carry out, or that you affect, or that you do it, that someone may feel and someone may see. Meaning like someone may feel your point, someone may see your point, may understand you. Like, okay, you can run around Odor and say, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. But now you have to prove it. You have to do something. Now the door responds, qui possum, who am I? Possum, I am able. Qui possum, like, who am I able? Or like, who am I? Here the book says qui is how am I able? I don't really like that, but like, who am I, just this door, to be able to make my point across? Nemo quaerit nec scire laborat. No one seeks, like no one sticks around, no one asks me, no one seeks to understand my perspective. Nec scire laborat, and no one also works to understand. Scire, to know or to understand. Now your response is nos volamos. So the speaker of the poem again says nos volamos. We want, oh, sorry, nos is nominative, not accusative. Nos volamos. We want, meaning like we want to understand, we want to seek to understand, we want to work to understand. Digere nobis, speak to us, ne dubita, and do not doubt. Do not doubt to speak to us. That's probably better. Dubita is an imperative, digere is an infinitive. Do not doubt, or in some cases, like do not hesitate to say these things to us. Okay, now the door's like, all right, fine, I'm ready to tell you my story. And this is where the part gets super terribly exciting. Primum igitur. Can you guys see? First, therefore, virgo quod feritur tradita nobis. Feritur, it is said, it is spoken. Here, it's not an it, it's a virgo, the virgin, or we're gonna call her the virgin or the young maiden. Quod feritur, as it is said. You can say supposedly. Tradita nobis, the virgin, which is traded to us, which is handed over to us. False is not true. False meaning like false fact. Here he's saying, the door is saying, she was actually not a virgin when she was handed over to us. Sorry, I keep shaking the phone. Non illam vir purity. Oh gosh. Okay, so the vir prior. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, I'm getting a little nervous. Non illam vir prior tigrit. Okay, vir here is going to be her husband, her own husband, I think. Hang on. Oh yeah, true. Okay, vir prior, because prior or first, her husband, atigerit, I want to see if this is perfect or pluperfect. Yeah. So this is just perfect subjunctive. So first, her husband did not touch her. Or another way to say it is her husband did not touch her. Elam is the accusative feminine. Her husband did not touch her first, or he was not the first to touch her, meaning she was not a virgin when she arrived to us. Languidior tenor, and here's why he didn't. Let's see. Languidior tenera. Languidior tenera cui pendensicula beta. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to say cui, for whom. This is like the qui qui quod question words, but this is dative. The man to whom, or the man who had, is another way you could say it, a languidior sicula. Is that right? Hang on. Languidior tenera and sicula. No. Okay. All right, my book is saying that I didn't match these up correctly, so hang on, let me look. Okay, so we have languidior and sicula. Is that what I had? Yeah, that is what I had. JK, I can't. That's just hard, guys. Languidior, sicula. Okay, the sicula means little sword. This is, we're talking about a penis. The joke, it's supposed to be this joke that like a sicula is not like a gladius. So if you are talking about someone's penis as a metaphor, you're going to use the word gladius. And that's pretty standard, right? Like, I guess just trust me that it's like a gladius goes into a sheath. And so that's also like a continuation of the metaphor, but pretty standardly speaking, a gladius is a metaphor for penis. So here, sicula, it's like your little sword. It's not using the word gladius. This is a diminutive. This is like part of the joke. This is part of the like the door is attacking or tearing down the husband, which happens to be the natus, the bowels, the son. Okay, so languidior means lazy. We're gonna use the word. The book is not helping me here with words. We're gonna use the word lazy, or we're gonna use the word lazy, or like drooping, or cannot be excited, or something like that. Cui pendens. Pendens is also, so this is the NS, NT equals ING. This means hanging down. Hanging down or drooping is what you can say. Like it's hanging down pendens. This is where we get the word like dependent, like it depends on something, like it's leaning on something else. Anyway, pendens, hanging down, tenera, beta. And here we're going to say tenera beta, like a tenera, meaning like, I'm looking for words right now. A tender, a soft. Okay, yeah, soft would be a good word. Like a soft beta, beet, meaning like beet the root, the vegetable. And this is where you should have the image of what I can't draw it. I'll look it up in class for you guys to see. But just basically like hanging down like a beetroot, like a soft beetroot. So this is like a direct attack on this guy's masculinity. He's saying, you had like this guy, I know that this woman wasn't a virgin when she came to us. Here's one piece of evidence that the man that she married, who's the owner of the house, was not the first to touch her, is because he couldn't touch her in this like sexual way, because there were problems with his penis. His penis was tiny, it hung down, and it was lazy. It was soft, like a soft little beetroot. And you should call to mind the image of a beetroot, which I will make a note to teach you, to like show you in class. Numquam se medium sustulit ad tunicam. This is a pretty easy line. Sustulit. He raised. Numquam, never. So he never raised, say, himself, ad medium tunicam. So medium tunicam, to the middle of his tunic. So basically, like, he couldn't get himself up even to the middle of his tunic, which is like the middle of his clothes. And this is, we're going to stop there. I think that's a pretty good stopping point for the day. And then, so we're going to stop there. And then in the next session, we'll finish the poem, and we're about to start the actual really kind of awkward part. So anyway, and for today of part A.